felt like making a video. Sometimes it comes and then I know I have to make one. This video is gonna be about how to become successful and why I know I'll be successful. Success is an individual thing. What for some people is this, for some people success is something else. But the steps to get there, the road to get there, it's always the same. It's always the same patterns, and it's extremely simple but so hard. You see, for those of you who are already on the journey of semen retention, you could say you want to be successful. Okay, stop ejaculating for a year straight. So simple. That's it right there. Do it. But it's hard. It's easy, it's simple, but it's hard. See, the thing is, nowadays we don't lack the information. We have more information than we could ever ask for. What we lack is the willpower, the inner will, a will that goes beyond doing what the world demands of you and then resting once you're done doing what the world demands of you. I'm talking about the inner will. You see, the world wants to imprint a goal on you. The world will tell you, do this, do that, get a car, get a house, get a job, get a wife, get a good salary, and then settle down, buy a mortgage, do this and that, and then you'll be happy. This is the external purpose, the external goal. But all of you and everybody watching this, you have an internal purpose, an internal goal, something which will reveal itself as you get closer to it, something that isn't imprinted onto you by the world, but that comes from within, comes from the divine core within you. What is that? This is your divine purpose. This is your divine goal as a human being. We all have a specific goal and a specific purpose catered to us that we are meant to achieve if we dare to embark on the journey. I would say I am successful. But I know I'm going to be more successful because I see the way the success works. I have gone the first steps and I see, okay, I see the pattern already. I know the pattern. And how do I put this? It's like it's in steps. Every successful person goes the same steps, so to speak. There is nobody that's truly successful that will just overnight become successful because he got like lucky or whatever. It might appear as such, but this doesn't exist. True authentic success, meaning true authentic alignment with what your purpose is and what you should be doing on this planet, is never a success. This is a deliberate decision that took sacrifice and willpower and years of commitment. But it's all the same journey. It's all the same steps. So how do you know what is the next step? You're going to sit there. You're going to be like early 20s or teens or late 20s, early 30s. It doesn't really matter. And you're going to think about, I have no fucking clue what the hell my purpose on this planet is. Because you can't see it yet. You have to climb a mountain first in order to see the next mountain. You have to take one step first before you can take the second step. See, people are overstimulated today. So what they want to do is they want to take 50 steps at once. Then they fail at taking 50 steps at once. They're like, fuck it. They stop taking any steps at all. So you need to take the first step and you just focus on one step at a time. But what is that one step? Again, this is not something you go on YouTube and you look for how to be successful and then a video comes and then you need to be rich and you need to make a lot of money and here I'm going to teach you how, buy my course. You know, it's the internal. Again, if you want to align with your internal purpose and your internal goal and you want to truly be fulfilled, you need to listen what the internal says, not what the external says. And the internal will, I'll give you some examples. It will say something such as, you need to stop smoking. Now the external might say this too, but you know internally, I need to stop smoking. I need to stop vaping. I need to stop playing so much video games. I need to stop spending so much time on YouTube. I need to stop smoking weed and wasting time hanging around with friends that have no ambitions or goals in life and all they do is run after women and meaningless short-term hedonistic pleasures. Again, it's an extrapolation, it's an extreme, but you could just sit there and just be like, I need to stop vaping. Or major one, I need to stop masturbating. So that's one step. Okay, I need to stop vaping. You have to take that step. But it's more deep than that. It's not just, okay, I want to be successful, so I need to stop vaping. Yeah, it makes sense. It's more deep than that because you have to realize that this voice within you that And again, you have to get in tune with this, and semen retention will help you with this. This voice within you that tells you what you should be doing. This is God's voice. This is the divine core within you speaking to you from within, internally, again, because you want to have your internal divine purpose and alignment. This voice is the voice that's going to guide you to this place, to you realizing what you need to realize, to you becoming what you came here to become, to pass the test, to finish the mission, to do what you're called to do, especially if you follow God. That's that voice, the voice of God. God wants you to be who He made you to be, but you have free will. And again, it comes back down to this will. Not everybody has this. Some people don't have it. Most people don't have it. Everybody had it, but most people, they had it beaten out of them when they were a child. You know, the systems and the institutions and the indoctrination. They lost their dreams. They stopped dreaming. They started to accept and lose themselves in the process. And now they're running after a compromise goal for the first half of their life, and they'll have a midlife crisis, because that's when they'll realize, oh shit, this thing doesn't make me happy at all. Because it can't. External things cannot fulfill you, but that's more spiritual. That's what the midlife crisis is. To a big degree, realizing that the goals the world imposes on you are meaningless and arbitrary and don't actually fulfill you. So back to the point though, most people have this will or this fire. They have it beaten out of them and they submit. And there are very few who are able to guard it. And there are very few who are able to reignite it and find it again, so to speak. Because of course you're grown up in a system that makes you want to sit in the cement block for 8 hours a day from the age of 6, which is insane and wrong and so blatant brainwashing. I cannot even begin to comprehend how people don't see it. But deliberate brainwashing and programming how you should see the world, what your goals should be, when in reality you woke up out of fucking nowhere. What do I really want? And then it's one thing to be that, because that's awareness. The next thing is then to be like, I want it. I don't care. I want it. Whatever it. Some people just have this, and you'll know you'll have it if you resonate with me. But the thing is, we all have it to different degrees. The question is just, do you want it bad enough? And here's where I think I can help you, because I can sort of put into perspective what you already know and help. I'm attempting to help you see, as I am seeing it, that if you can see the first few steps of progress, how this works if you start to let go of what is short-term pleasure, how this works if you start to work for what is long-term, if you start to listen to that voice, get in tune, and you stop doing all the nonsense, how it will produce fruits. And once you can do that first step and realize the first fruits and the first few things, how all of a sudden your habits change and your momentum changes and no more willpower is required for you to become better, because it's just automated now, then you'll realize, okay, this is it. This is the formula. This is the recipe to success. Because here's how most people work. You have a trajectory. Where are you going? Your trajectory is defined by the habits you have and what you do on a day-to-day basis. If you smoke weed, if you live for the short term, if you embody the devil within you, or Cain, or you embody the devil, you will live for what is short term. The devil aims down. The devil is bad. Duality, good and bad. So what is bad? Living for the now, living for cheap short-term hedonism or dopamine. Examples. This is your trajectory. You smoke weed, your trajectory goes down. You drink alcohol, your trajectory goes even more down. You start to masturbate and run after girls all the time and party and not put in any work and just do the bare minimum. Your trajectory starts to go lower and lower and lower, and you just live for the bare minimum. Now as a teen, you're okay. You do this for 15 years, that's when the midlife crisis hits. because that's when you're in the pits of hell, and then God can really speak to you, because as the Bible says, God is close to the brokenhearted, and a lot of times this is necessary in order for you to bounce back again. See, I'm looking at a chart right here. It goes up and that. See, it's all the same. It's all you need to see the patterns and the rhythms, and then this will all make sense. So this is what happens to most. They're on a low trajectory, doing the bare minimum, doing what's easy in the now, and then they have a midlife crisis at 30 or 40 or 50 or 60. And if you can start to change the trajectory, because this becomes automated. This is automated now. You have these bad habits. It's like, boom, it just happens. When you weren't addicted to weed or cigarettes or whatever it is, you didn't think about it. But now it's automated. So you need to change the automation progress. You just need to rewrite the program. The program will play itself out. So what we need to do is we don't need to be on a bad trajectory and then I want to be successful and do all this at once and take 50s. No, you just need to change the trajectory. How do you change the trajectory? With habits. So, for example, when you quit smoking weed and you start, meditating for 10 minutes a day, something small, but it's a step. You can recognize this is better. This is better than the alternative. What does that do to your trajectory? It starts to go up. And then as it's automated, you no longer crave the weed. You no longer crave the cigarettes. You're free of the addiction. You're free of it. There's no more desire to do what is wrong or what puts you on a lower trajectory. It's automated now. You're free. I don't want to smoke weed anymore. I don't want to smoke cigarettes anymore. I don't want to scroll anymore. I've been a chronic drug addict for more than 4 years, smoking 8 joints a day. I couldn't eat without weed. I don't even think about it anymore. It's automated now. I'm on a naturally higher trajectory now because it's automated. And then once it's automated, you go to the next thing. You do the next step, that which the voice of God within you will reveal to you. And that way, once you do that, you can put the trajectory up. And now here's the thing. Trajectory is everything. Time will do the rest. See what the rich people do. They make money work for themselves. But what do? They allocate the money in a way to which the trajectory goes up. If you put it on a bank like the slaves do, your assets will depreciate. Given enough time, look at the dollar the last 70 years, your assets will go down. If you invest it and you buy economy, you buy things of actual value rather than the currency which you should exchange for things of actual value, your trajectory goes up. And so compound interest, you add time, it's going to go higher and higher and higher. And the more you have, the more you can gain. The more you gain, the more you have. But it's automated. So you don't have to put conscious willpower into it every single day. It's automated. It's the same patterns with your goals, right? It's like you have energy, sexual energy, semen retention. Where do you allocate it? Do you put it in the bank and let it depreciate? Or do you put it into assets? Right? You forsake the now for the later. You buy assets. Assets being you changing your habits to have more money in assets, aka putting up the trajectory. And once it's in there, it's automated. You have the habit now. I don't need to force myself or use a lot of willpower to go into the gym. I just do it. I enjoy it. It's my way of releasing dopamine. It's no longer smoking weed. This is automated. I don't need to invest more energy into this. I'm done. You see, I changed the trajectory. And now that I'm on a higher trajectory, I can focus on the next step. You see, it's always the same. You see what I'm getting? It's patterns. Realize the patterns, realize the rhythm, realize how this stuff works. So as you increase the trajectory, you start to get better habits. The habits stick. You get another good habit, another good habit, another good habit. The trajectory goes up. And then there's a little time of faith where you will suffer, but you'll put in the work and you won't get any fruits. Because you need to be patient, right? Patience is a virtue. Faith is a virtue. You will be tested before you can get blessed. Tests, blessings, right? Testing, blessing. So in the beginning, you won't realize the fruits. But once you get above that cutoff to doing what is contrary to what the external suggests, and you have faith and you act within that voice of God within you and within that fire, that willpower, and you wait it out and you suffer it, at some point you're going to start to get the first fruits. And there you have the proof. That's it. You see, the pattern is real. And once you start to get the first fruits, then you know this is it. This is the way to success. Every single person goes that same invisible path to achieve success. Again, whatever success may be for you, if that's financial success, spiritual success, I will define success as doing what you came here to do, because you as a man or as a woman, I don't know if there's any women watching, probably not, have a divine God-given purpose that you need to come after, and that you want to come after deep within your being, and that will truly fulfill you if you do come after it, right? This is what I define as success. And it's all about trajectory. And then time will do the rest. Yeah, you might not have a lot of fun being in your teens or early 20s and not indulging. But if you start to suffer now and you put your trajectory up, in 10 years, you could be so far. And here's the thing. The things are exponential, right? Again, I don't know. Maybe I don't believe in coincidences. Wait, where is it? You see this graph here, right? This is exponential growth. So in the beginning, you don't see that much. You just see a little, but all of a sudden, boom, 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 boom. This is what the accidental lucky overnight success looks like. This is just what we see. Oh, we just see it go up. Wow, this guy got lucky. Now I want to do this, take 50 steps at once. But they don't see the whole fucking struggle of slowly accelerating. And for most people, they don't even start like this. They start compromised. Their assets are depreciating. Their energy is being wasted. Their habits are trash. Their trajectory goes down to hell, fundamentally speaking. So you need to first suffer and go even lower, and then you can slowly, and then all of a sudden you see, this is exponential. This is the same thing, your trajectory, given enough time, investing, good habits. It's all the same patterns, you see? It all comes down to realizing the patterns. And if you yourself can see how some habits that you've quit brought you to a better trajectory, and now you can focus on the next, and the thing is behind you and you're now on a higher trajectory, keep doing that and you'll be successful. You'll escape the 9 to 5. You'll have all the money you need. You'll have a wife if you want it. You'll have your divine purpose. You'll be fulfilled. Of course, life is always going to be hard. There's always going to be struggles, but it's a different kind of struggle if you're aligned. You know this or you don't. If you suffer for a purpose and a meaning, you gladly suffer. If you're suffering because you're a nihilist and nothing really matters, you suffer the fact that you suffer. Your suffering is exponential, right? Because everything will crystallize into good or bad. This is also what the end times are, the spiritual end times. That's another topic though. So, but what I want you to get is, if you can, from yourself, looking at your own life and the decisions and choices you've been making the past few years, if you can see how you've been increasing the trajectory, you could achieve such great things if you keep at it. And if you've already recognized, okay, this is the formula. If you keep going, if you give yourself more years, if you endure and you have patience and you have faith, you can achieve anything. And more fundamentally, you can achieve everything that you want to. Because as you purify yourself, as you rid yourself of the corruption, your divine purpose will be revealed. And your divine purpose is exactly what you're going to get. So you will get what you want. This is also manifesting. Watch my video on how to manifest. I will elaborate on this. You shouldn't manifest to do what you want. You should align with the thing that's going to give you what you want once you align with it, because then you'll want what you will get. You won't want drugs and sex anymore. You'll want to help people like I am. This is more fulfilling than a joint. If somebody who's out there is watching this and gets something from this, that's more fulfilling. Your positive comments are more fulfilling than that. As much hate as I get. Like I got like 4 hate comments today, which is fine. It's just interesting. It's good. Again, it's the patterns. People drag other people down. Okay, where are they at? People attempt to uplift other people. Where are they at? Will the basketball superstar shit on you for trying to start playing basketball? Or the guy who's never made it? Again, it all goes up, down. See, like I'm very deep into the patterns. But if you can recognize that you've already taken some steps and that it brought fruits, and you had to have some faith and some patience and you had to endure a little bit, you have the formula now. You see it. You know where to look, where the plan lies within you, your voice, the voice of God, your conscience, Jesus that dwells within. Don't you know, unless ye be of reprobates, that Jesus dwelleth within you? What does that mean? The voice of God, your conscience, the voice telling you what you should do and what you shouldn't do, even though you don't want to listen to it. That's how you know it's the voice of God. It goes against your flesh, your biology, your lower self, whatever you want to call it, your ego. And if you have not yet realized this, have faith, take a leap of faith, and be patient and trust the voice and just do it for a year or 6 months or whatever, and then see, did my life improve? What happened to my trajectory, right? And this is the universal road to success that we all have and we all share, and is the same for everybody. And it's gonna appear like you got lucky, but people don't see all the work you did before. That's invisible, and people don't want to do the invisible work. They wanna. That's why, see, when you start to work out in the beginning, what do? You want to tell everybody. You want to take pictures. You want to put it on your story so people know I'm working out. No, you're not here. You're here. Be where you're at. But again, it's the short term. You want the short term like satisfaction, you know. But that's anyway. I'm losing myself. But do you get what I'm trying to hint to? See the step. If you can look back and you see where the steps you went, realize the pattern and then follow the pattern. This is the universal road to success, and this is why I know I will be successful, because I'm following that road. I might just be a nobody with like 700 subscribers here, and of course my success is not going to be defined by the amount of subscribers, but by the amount of people I can actually genuinely help, in my personal opinion, because that's my thing. But that's why I know, even though the world doesn't see me as anything, soon I'm going to be a lot more, and I'm going to be helping a lot more people, and I'm going to be blessed, and I'm going to be just better in any given endeavor, because I see. I see the pattern. I know what to do. I stopped believing them. I stopped letting them brainwash me. And I started to reconnect with what is within. Because only what is within can guide you to what will fulfill you. What is without cannot guide you to what will fulfill you. It cannot fill you up. It's outside of you. Right? Carnal, spiritual. Again, it's always these two sides waging war against your soul. The hell and heaven, God and Satan are just extrapolations of the little things. If the chart goes up, you're going to heaven. If the chart goes down, you're going to hell. If the trajectory goes down, given enough time, you will go to hell. That's why I see now, I realize, okay, hell is real. Give it in enough time. Even if God just lets you, you're gonna walk to hell. Because the path of hedonism is self-destruction. And you can see it. Life is long enough for you to realize that the path of hedonism will lead to self-destruction. You don't need to blame God or call him unjust for, quote unquote, putting you into hell. You walk into hell yourself. And if you just have a little bit of introspection, you can clearly see that. The same way, if you have a little bit of introspection, this is what I'm trying to give you or get you to see, you can see that the efforts you put in, they will bring fruits. They will bring you closer to heaven. Because God wants you to go to heaven. That's why he put his voice inside of you. But the voice doesn't always say what you want to hear, right? So, yeah, it's simple, right? It's simple. It's not that complicated. But will you do it? We have all the information. This is all the information you will ever need to achieve all of your goals. But do you do it? Are you actually do you want it? Do you have the fire? Most people don't. A lot of people know this. Many are called, few are chosen. Many know this intuitively. Might not have articulated it like I have, but many know this. But very few actually do it. Talking about it is one thing. Doing it is another. Stop talking about what a good man should be. Be one. And I'm saying this to myself because I need to work on a lot. But if you can resonate, you'll be successful too. That's the way.